What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the ShockerRacing garage. I am James, and today I am back in the Neon Gladiator. Ever since we got back from our epic trip to Moab, I have had the service axle locker light has been on our Gladiator Rubicon here. For those of you that are aware of this or have had this problem, you know this is a very common issue with the JLs and the JT Rubicons with the factory lockers. Now, I started doing some research. This Jeep is still under warranty, but I do have 40s and I have re-geared to 513 gears. So what I've learned is that the issue comes from the sensor that's inside the differential that activates and talks to the lockers to turn them on and off. Basically what I've read is that it starts to get differential fluid inside the sensor, and then it causes it to kind of go haywire off and on until it finally fails. So the guys over at Z Automotive have finally come out with this new product called the Z Locker. I guess they worked with America's Most Wanted to come up with this product because it's a well-known issue. So I picked up one of these. I'm going to install it, show you how it installs, and we're going to find out if it actually fixes my problem. So let me show you the light that I've been getting ever since this problem started. So while we were in Moab, this light was coming on and off intermittently. Luckily for me, my lockers actually did work for me while we were in Moab, but ever since we've been back, it's been pretty much solid. So it has not been functional ever since. So I am not 100% positive which locker is giving me the problem, whether it's the front or the rear. I'm gonna guess it's the rear, and I'm gonna start there. But basically, this is all it is. This is just a little sensor thing that's gonna plug in between and should make this problem go away. Now, there is the possibility that you will need two of these if you have a problem with your front and rear, or this may fix one for now and you may eventually end up needing a second one later on down the road. But I'm hoping for now that this is gonna solve the problem. And I do know already that the Mojito Jeep has been having this issue intermittently lately, so I'm really hoping that this fixes it, because I'm hoping that that will solve the problem on that one as well. But we're gonna start with the Gladiator because this thing has been on pretty steady. Okay, I am sitting up underneath the rear end of the Gladiator. This is the plug right here on the rear axle. It is running right now, so hopefully it's not too loud, but I'm hoping that right when I plug this new one in, the light will go off immediately. So that's why I'm trying to do this with it running. I don't know if that's the best idea, but we'll find out. So there is a little tab here, a little locking tab. So using a little flathead screwdriver, I'm going to try to pop this clip out. Yeah, there it goes. So I got it to pop out. So once you unclip this little tab, you should be able to squeeze it and unplug. Yep, and that's it. So you just squeeze this little clip at the bottom and it unplugs. We're going to go ahead and plug this in between here. So this one is going to plug in here. And then this one is going to plug into here. And then this little tab locks in, and that's it. So basically, once I'm done, I'll probably unclip this and we'll zip tie this up nice and neat. Okay, so Kim was filming as we were changing out that, or plugging in that sensor, and she said the light went out right away. So that is an awesome sign. It definitely tells me that it was the rear axle that was an issue. Now I guess I should hop up in here and make sure that the lockers still turn on. So let me do that. Okay, so to turn on the axles, I'm gonna have to shift down into 4 low here. Okay, so it is, oops, did not go in. There we go. We are fully into 4 low. And I'm gonna put this back in park. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit the axle locker. And immediately it said rear axle locked. Now I'm going to press the button to go to front and rear just to make sure. And the front and rear axles are locked. So this is a good sign. I'm going to go ahead and turn them off. And everything seems to be working perfectly. So this is a great sign. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but this Z locker from Taser was about $170. It did take them a little bit of time to ship it, like a little over a week to get it out to me, but not too bad. And for 170 bucks, this fixed the problem. As long as it stays away, this was huge. I'll probably end up ordering one for the Mojito Jeep because, like I said, that's been kind of having an intermittent problem. But freaking awesome. I'm going to take this thing for a drive around the block. Bugs here. And the last thing I need to do is put a little zip tie on that wire to hold it up so it's not hanging and dangling. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this up here and run a zip tie around so that this whole thing isn't just dangling and flopping around back here. And I may even take a bunch of electrical tape and just kind of tape this whole thing up so that all these wires aren't exposed out here. But yeah, that's gonna do it. That's all it was. Super quick and easy install. So now I'm just gonna cut off this here. Okay, so since installing that, I shut the Jeep off for the first time. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up, and hopefully the light is still off. Let's see what happens here. Yep, and the light is still off. So I'm pretty sure it's all good and all fixed, but I am gonna take a drive. I do still have this left rear turn signal light out, which I don't know what's going on with that. There's nothing wrong with my lights. They actually work fine. So if you have any ideas on that, let me know. I think there's something that can be done with the Taser, but I have yet to try it. But yeah, so far, no service axle locker lights on, which is nice because that has been annoying since we got back from Moab a month ago. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a drive and make sure it's all good. All right, so yeah, I'm just going for a quick test drive. Like I said, I think this is all good. Shouldn't be any more issues, especially since that light turned off immediately, which I'm super happy about. All right, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all good here. Like I mentioned before, Taser suggests that anybody with a Gladiator Rubicon or a Wrangler Rubicon JL should probably pick up one of these Z lockers and keep it in your glove box, even if you're not having the problem at this time, because it's more so a matter of when, not if, the service axle locker light is going to be an issue for you. And you don't want to be out on the trails somewhere and all of a sudden start having problems where your lockers aren't working. So definitely check these out. Like I said, they run about 170 bucks, and definitely some good insurance to have with you out on the trails. Big thanks for watching. As always, we appreciate the support. Make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if I've helped you out, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in the next video.